Hey guys, Chris here with Crypto Bee Vision, bringing you another wicked video. Today we're going to go over Market Cipher again. You're going to get to see me from start to finish how I find a decent coin and how we start to chart it with trend lines and everything else. And then we're going to dig into the Market Cipher part, and we're going to be able to see the bottoms, the tops, and try and predict where your leverage trades can be beneficial. One more thing I wanted to add is that if you get Market Cipher through my link and then you join my Telegram, we do a once a week share screen with Google Meets, and we go over everything to do with Market Cipher. I make myself available and I'm in there for about an hour or 2 hours. Yesterday we did one and it ran an hour and a half. That way you get all your questions answered, and it's amazing, guys. So if you're interested in Market Cipher, keep watching this video. With such a volatile market, guys, trading this market might be more beneficial than just holding, or a portion of your portfolio can be dedicated to trading. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you and your time. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ding that bell. And don't forget to join the Telegram group and drop me a comment, guys. Thanks for watching. Let's dig into Market Cipher. Hey guys, so we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin because it just had a big pump. We're going to start on the 4 hour, guys. Now this is my walkthrough when I'm picking any coin. If you want to pick a different coin, I usually go to Binance. I look at the perpetual futures. I see which coin is down the most, and then I start ciphering through and look like which one may have bottomed out, and then I start to chart it. So the TradingView link and the Market Cipher link are both in the description. If you're going to sign up, please use my links. They help support the channel, support me, and enable me to continue doing this for you guys. So now what I would have done with this, I cleared my chart, but this originally, if we have our trend lines, this is what I would do to start. Start on the 4 hour, guys, and you want to get your longer term trend lines in action. So when we're doing that, all we're looking for is where it's bouncing off of a bottom. Right now, hindsight 2020, obviously we can choose them, but even at this point, guys, you could have used, for instance, this guy here. You know what I mean? Right here, boom, boom, this one, and then you would have been in your trend line. So that's kind of the way I see it. If you're unfamiliar with trend lines and all that, I have a playlist. I'll leave it at the back of this video. Just click on it. 16 videos teach you everything you need to know about basic trading, guys. Just basic trading. It works in the bull run. All you need is a basic knowledge on trading for this bull run. So I would have had a trend line like that, or we'll make this a different color. Later on down the road, we would have had a trend line something like this, maybe, because we caught this one and then it got rejected as well. So if you're confused, stay with me. We're going to go through this all nicely. So at this point, you see your bottoms. You could have picked a trend line there. I probably would have actually had mine up on the top of this where there was previous resistance becomes future support. So let's leave it right there. No more moving it. So then we come up, we find the previous all-time high where it was rejected. Then we come back down into what people thought was a free fall down to about 30 grand. And then we have support. Now I use the candle bodies, guys, candle bodies, not the wicks. So, and then it bounces up and it finds its second high support. So at this point, your trend line is becoming valid, not quite valid, and not support, guys, rejection, sorry. And then we come back down and we find our support again with the candle bodies, guys. At this point, you now have 1, 2 touches on the bottom, 1, 2 on the top. And then it comes up and it comes back down. And at this point, a lot of people thought we're going way lower. I was one of them, guys. But when we got this support here, now, guys, you have your 1, 2, 3 support, 3 touches, you're valid. Oh, of course, I would move that right now, wouldn't I? Wow, there we go. So 3 touches, you're valid. And then, boom, it burst up. And we call this a fake out, a breakout, fake out, whatever you want to call it. But it breaks out, as I suggest always. It closes, the hourly closes above the upper trend line, and then we would have expected coming down for a retest, but we came right back down in the pattern, guys. This would have got a lot of people. This was a nasty move here by Bitcoin. And then we did it again, breaks out and pumps up, okay? Unless we had our trend line here, but we wouldn't have known until the end. So then we're broke out, and then it retests here. This is your safest entry, guys. So your retest here on this upper trend line. Right here, it comes down, retests, and immediately is supported and continues up. Retests are the safest entries in the market because when this gets rejected off of the upper trend line or supported off of the upper trend line, guys, you enter it, you just put your stop right back down here, go back a day or so, and then you're good to go, right? Your support would have been maybe $1,000 on Bitcoin less. And then we continued up and we made another trend line and it retested that as well. But Chris, we're here for Market Cipher. We're not here to see how you trade Bitcoin. Yeah, okie dokie. Let's do that. So with this, we're looking at, so let's start on the green dot that was painted before on your first support. So had you bought this first support, even had you bought it up here, little dip, but you would have sold at these red dots. Now what Market Cipher is saying, green money flow, lots of positive. Then we get into a little red money flow, and then you're back into the positives where we're at now. So this yellow line is your VWAP, and it comes down, and it'll paint your red dots when the VWAP crosses down through the zero line. It'll paint your green dots, these green dots, when it goes back up through the zero line. And it'll paint these illuminated green dots like this one right here when it comes up and through and confirms, right? And then when it's confirmed, these illuminated green dots are your money. Now, I also mentioned we do Google Meets on this. I learned something. I don't use Market Cipher A that much, but if you do buy Market Cipher, you'll get the Market Cipher guide, and it'll tell you what all these little trinkets mean. And it can be a very, very valuable tool, especially in the 1 minute, which we're heading down to here right away. But we're going to cycle through the other time frames. So with this, Market Cipher is a beast of a tool. If you're focusing on a little longer term trades and you want to feel a little safer, not leverage, just spot longer term trades, had you just buy these illuminated green dots and sell these upper red dots, guys, you're looking at, you would be looking at a buy somewhere in this candle. So let's call it halfway up just to say, and then you're looking at a sell on this red dot. So you would have sold, say, right here, right? Now that's about a 3-day trade, guys. And your price range, just for using Market Cipher, would yield 17%. If you're using $1,000, that's $178. Now, if you were using 10x leverage, would have been 178%. If that's something that you're interested in, guys. I do use leverage. I don't quite go 10%, but when I'm scalping on the 1 minute, I do raise it up a little bit. 10% is about as high as I go, though, guys. So we're going to get rid of this Market Cipher A for now and focus just on B. So now with that, if you're only trading illuminated green dots and selling red dots, there you go. That's your first one. And your second one, okay, we got another illuminated green dot on the 4-hour right here. So you would have bought right here, and you're only selling top red dots, okay? Top red dot right here. That's right at that trend line. That would have been another 20%, guys. So in less than a week, you would have earned almost 50% profits. Now, this is why Market Cipher is so beneficial, even for longer term trades, guys, right? And when you get it and you learn a lot more aspects of it. I'm just showing you the basics on how it's run. So if you're buying the breakouts or the retests, and you are using Market Cipher green dots or only illuminated green dots, you will do very, very well. Now, if we jump down into the 1 hour, right here, it gets a little bit more clear, right? Because the 4-hour, one candle closes every 4 hours. Now, with this, as you can see, your VWAP is starting to curve down. But at the same time, if we spread it out, if you can catch your VWAP on the curl up before a green dot is painted, you can see, had you caught it beforehand, had you caught it here, as opposed to right here, you would be that much more in profits, if you know what I mean. So with that, you can spread this out, and how we're going to catch these VWAPs curving up earlier is when we get down into your 30-minute, your 15-minute, and your 1-minute charts. So we can spread this out, make everything nice and legible, guys, so you can read it. So although it has a red dot painted right here on MarketCipher, which just means the VWAP crossed down through the zero line, is it going to curve back up, or are we going to take a little bit lower? Well, to figure that out, we want to cycle through our time frames, because your 1 hour, it's freshly in all new all-time highs. So if we get down to 15 minutes, then you can start looking at trends. You get a little bit more action within here, guys. So I'm going to clear all this out, because we're going to do a little 15-minute check here. So at this point, guys, is it going to drop? Is it going to dump? It looks to me like it might be curving up a bit. So things to check for: your RSI is sitting at about 77. That's what this line is. You do have a red dot painted, but the price action is down here, almost back to the zero line. So if you're going to get a green dot like you did here, it could go for another rise, right? So of course they had a parabolic boom, boom rise right here, which is about $3,000, which is huge for Bitcoin. Now, if we are waiting for a curve up, it could be a good entry, right? You could have support right here. You know what I mean? It could have resistance right here. But this is where you got to kind of play the game and watch the chart a little bit. And if you're not satisfied with the 15-minute, well, you know what? Let's roll down to the 5-minute. Now we're cooking. Now we're looking at a little bit of a channel growing in the 5-minute. So at this point, guys, it hasn't left this channel since it's entered. You can see when you get down onto the 5-minute how deep this is getting. And it curved up, and it just got rejected a little bit from there. And now it may go down a little bit more. So you're waiting for a green dot to paint, right? One of these green dots, or an illuminated green dot and green money flow. So your RSI is 68, so it's lower on this 5-minute. Now, is it going to get rejected on this little channel? And you can expand these charts, guys. You can kind of manipulate them so you can see and read them a lot better. And MarketCipher's following it. You see? Had you bought this green dot, which is way lower than the price action even is, this green dot here, you would have made a ton. But as you can see, the bulls are fighting this. They want it to stay in this channel, right? Because it hasn't left this channel since it entered. And that would have been, let's check it, 4 hours ago. So that's a pretty good sign. It's a pretty good sign, guys. And if you want to dig even deeper, guys, let's drop her down to the 1-minute. Let's get right into the meat and potatoes. This is where your MarketCipher can get extremely profitable, guys. Extremely profitable. You can see all the action. Green dot, green dot. Of course, these painted and it didn't go up because it was rejected right away. You are in the deep red money flow, getting deeper on your price action here. But that can change in a heartbeat, guys. You get a green dot painted here. The VWAP looks like it's heading up towards the zero line, right? This line here is your zero line. As soon as it crosses over, you're going to get your green dot. As you can see, the RSI is green now. It's in a buy. Your VWAP is about to cross, and you're curving around. So is this going to curve up? Well, we'll have to wait and see. But MarketCipher is very valuable, because if you find your entry to your trade in your 1-minute, check 3, 5, 15-minute. That'll give you a pretty good idea of where the price action is going to go. And then you can check your longer term trends if you're still in your pattern. If you're still in a trade you want to be, make sure you're not broken out of the support lines that you have drawn. And that all comes with practice, 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 guys. But the MarketCipher link and TradingView link is in the description. It's up to you to be able to chart. You have to place your own trades. It's mainly just an indicator tool. Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to slap this. Oh, you see these paint, right? So you got a green dot here, red X, and this painted here. This is basically your death sign. You want to sell. If you see one of these, just sell and be done with it. Oh no. So if you see one of these, you want to be done with it, sell it, and then you're done. Then you want to be done with this trade until you get your entry back, right? Unfortunately, over here, it wasn't really working out, but you have to understand that Bitcoin is also in new all-time highs. So it doesn't know what it wants to do. The market doesn't know what it's going to do. And the market doesn't know whether they want to buy it or sell it, or if Elon Musk is going to buy another 10 billion, worth of Bitcoin. So, and there you go. See, she's just popping out. So at this point, this would have been a good sell sign. Now, is this invalidated? We wait for candle closes. As you can see, we got 10 seconds till the candle close. It hasn't closed outside of that yet, but it also hasn't dipped below it. So at this point, you would wait for a good entry on your 1 minute, and then, on your 1 minute, then you roll 3, 5, 15, 30 minute, and then you roll your charts up like that. And of course, guys, like I said, the Google Meets, we're always here to support you. Market Cipher and TradingView links in the description while we watch Bitcoin take a little bit of a dive, guys. And yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate your time. If you want to know anything else, just ask in the comments. Join my Telegram. I'm there all day, every day, almost. So thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ding that bell, guys. Don't forget to drop me a comment and join the Telegram. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.